Welcome to Ruger Tech Tips. Today we're going to show you how to disassemble your Ruger AR rifle in order to install the two-stage Ruger trigger system. To begin with, you first want to start with a cleared rifle. This rifle's already been cleared and we've already field stripped the rifle in advance. You want a nice, clean, well-lit work surface to start with. The only tools you're going to need are a soft-faced hammer, a 3/16 long-stemmed Allen wrench, a 3/32 punch, and of course a good pair of safety glasses. To begin with, we want to disassemble the rifle and separate the upper from the lower. So we push out the pivot pin, pull that out, and separate the upper from the lower. First thing I'm going to do is remove the grips to take this apart. Use your 3/16 Allen wrench and unscrew the grips. When you remove these, when you take the grips from the receiver, there is a spring and plunger that is held in place by the grips, so be aware of that. When you pull the grips off, on the right side there'll be a spring, and if you turn the safety, the plunger will fall free. Once the grips are removed, the safety can be removed. Hang on to the hammer and pull the trigger and ease the hammer forward slowly. Once the hammer is forward, we then can drive through the pivot pin for the hammer. And I like to get it up off the bench. One good rap with a hammer, rather than a soft one, is a good way to start. Pivot pin comes out, and the hammer comes up and out. Now that the hammer is out, the trigger pivot will come out. Just push that straight through, and those come out. The pivot pins, it's best to take them out from the left to the right. And that is the original hammer and trigger assembly, and we will set those all to one side. When you get your new trigger system from Ruger, this is exactly how it comes. Everything is assembled just like that. Grips, safety, and your hammer and trigger assembly. So we're going to take this apart the same way we took it apart of our receiver. We're going to remove the grips first, and again, this is going to have the same spring and plunger assembly down inside, just like the receiver had. Our grips are removed, our spring is inside the grip area, our plunger comes out that holds the detent for our safety. We can remove the safety. If you pull the trigger and ease that hammer forward, and again, we want to just tap out that hammer pivot. One good hit, that comes out. Hammer comes out through the top. And our trigger assembly, we should just be able to push that straight on through. So that's our new trigger system that we're going to install. If you want to take your original parts and put those in this housing for safe storage, that's probably a good idea. If you go to Tech Tips, we'll show you how to reinstall this and get your rifle set up with a new trigger system. Thanks for watching Ruger Tech Tips.